At the House of Assembly, I'm Makush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini providing an update on Holmes Rock Junior High School. Also, Member of Parliament for North Abaco Cornish returns to court to face rape allegations. And John Quell Jones is a WNBA champion.
Y'all know my story. Y'all know many times I've been denied it, but it was delayed. That's all it was, and I'm so happy to do it here.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
After a prolonged wait, the Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini is addressing significant advancements at Holmes Rock Junior School. Good evening all, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thanks so much for tuning in. With secured funding in place and plans for the cafeteria to function as a hurricane shelter, the MP highlights how these developments will greatly benefit the community and enhance the educational landscape. Raven Davis leads us off tonight.
Those who are here to spread negativity, this is now the time to come.
West Grand Bahama Member of Parliament, the Honorable Kingsley Smith Jr., addressing critics, urging them to make note of the significant progress made on the Holmes Rock Junior School. The project began in 2016 and encountered numerous delays. Smith says the former F&M administration had stalled the initiative, but the Davis administration is now driving it forward. Based on our walkabout and what you saw, that work has begun, is moving. We are satisfied with what we're seeing here. Officials conducting a walkthrough of the school on Monday as tractors completed the final groundwork. You see now a well laid out ground, and also you would have seen the cafeteria. The cafeteria was an extra added component, and also I'm advised that the cafeteria would also be housed as a hurricane shelter. Smith also leading a walkthrough of the 8 Morocco High School gym, which will also open as a hurricane shelter in the next few weeks. Meantime, he adds that Holmes Rock Junior School will be a valuable addition to both the community and the educational landscape. The children in West Grand Bahama now will be amongst their peers, 7th, 8th, 9th here in Holmes Rock Primary School, and then the high school will be at 8 Morocco High. Expressing satisfaction with the school's progress, he notes that it is estimated the school would be completed by the end of the year or even January. However, it is the education minister who will decide when students can return. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
Well, the rape case against North Abaco Member of Parliament Cornish resuming on Monday, October 21st, 2024. His alleged ex-girlfriend took to the stand recounting details of the alleged assault in her testimony before a newly impaneled jury. Shane Stubbs has the details of that hearing in this report.
In January 2023, while sitting in Cornish's vehicle outside her residence in Cooperstown, the complainant recalled a conversation that allegedly turned hostile. She testified that Cornish grew angry, allegedly poking her in the eye and choking her. Photos displayed in court purportedly showed visible bruises on her face and her neck. After the incident, the complainant said she was afraid and asked to be taken home, where she took photos of her injuries. When questioned by prosecuting attorney Timothy Bailey about why she did not report the incident immediately, she explained that she supported Cornish during the campaign season of the 2021 general election and felt she could work through the issue as it was the first time it happened. The complainant detailed another alleged incident that occurred 2 months later on March 24th after they traveled from Abaco to New Providence for a swearing-in ceremony. She testified that after returning to their Airbnb, Cornish allegedly grew angry over a phone call and threatened her with a knife, holding it to her throat while in rage. In a moment of terror, she stated, "I saw my life flash in front of me." After retreating to the bedroom, she claimed Cornish allegedly followed her, removed her underwear, and raped her. Following the assault, she stated that Cornish allegedly spat in her face before leaving. Less than 2 weeks later, on April 4th, the complainant alleged she was raped again by Cornish at her home in Cooperstown. Now, the complainant reported the incidents to police on April 7th, 2023. She stated that the alleged assaults occurred after their relationship ended, which had begun in 2020. Now, the trial has been adjourned until Tuesday morning. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks, Shane. Well, police on Grand Bahama are investigating the discovery of an unconscious male. According to reports on Saturday, October 19th, 2024, officers were alerted to a man found unresponsive in a vehicle near Sergeant Major and Spinney Road. Investigations revealed that the 29-year-old victim had visible head injuries and was discovered along an unpaved road in that area. He was transported to the hospital in serious conditions. Chief Superintendent of Police Darrell Ware says that the man is now conscious.
This male was later spoken to at our RMH the following day when he gained consciousness, and he was able to relay his story to us. A 35-year-old Bahamian male was taken into custody and is currently assisting us with this investigation. We hope to bring charges before the week is out.
Well, still on the crime beat, police on Grand Bahama also seizing a quantity of suspected drugs and arrested a 46-year-old male on Sunday, October 20th, 2024. Preliminary reports indicate that around 9 p.m., officers of the Northeastern Division executed a search warrant at a home on Nelson Road, where they found a large quantity of suspected marijuana, leading to the arrest of the sole male occupant. The estimated weight and street value of the suspected marijuana is currently unknown. In news from Abaco, police on that Northern Island arrested 3 adult males and 1 female at a home after they confiscated 2 unlicensed firearms and a quantity of ammunition on Monday, October 21st, 2024. Initial police reports indicate that officers from the Criminal Investigations Department executed a search warrant at a residence in Great Cistern, where they discovered a high-powered weapon, a handgun, and a quantity of ammunition. The discovery led to the arrest of 4 occupants of the home, including 3 males, ages 56, 46, 39, and a 49-year-old female. Active investigations continue into this matter.
And still to come.
When we come back, the Red Cross Renaissance Ball drawing crowds dressed to impress. That story, sports, and more when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, continues.
There are some things that are undeniably Bahamian. A good count salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Dolly Madison is having a 2-day store-wide sale on October 25th and 26th for their 2-year anniversary under new ownership. Get up to 25% off on a variety of items, from household to hardware, you name it. Sale hours on Friday will be from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Dolly Madison's 2-year anniversary sale, up to 25% off. You don't want to miss it. Dolly Madison.
Join the Ruby Jubilee celebrations honoring Reverend Canon Norman Lightbourne on his 40th anniversary of ordination. The banquet is Friday, October 25th, 7 p.m. at the Grand Lacayan Resort. Tickets are $125. The service follows on Sunday, October 27th at 4 p.m. Don't miss Paint Fair's Color and Design Trends 2025 Pro Show presented by PPG for architects, draftsmen, interior designers, contractors, painters, and property professionals. Tuesday, October 29th at 6 p.m. It's free and offers continuing education credit. Reserve your space by calling 352-9788 or visiting paintfair.net.
All beauty connoisseurs of the Bahamas, aka beauty professionals from the east to the west, north, and the south. It's time to shift and pivot. The Beauty of Business, hosted by yours truly, Cutel DeVoe, that's me, bringing to you some of the best minds in the field of business to help you maximize your full potential. All the tea you need in the areas of branding and marketing by Corel Pinder, digital strategy by Carissa Stubbs, customer service and communication by Deborah Pack, and that money management that you need to secure that bag. All you need, Aileen Newton, in one place served on a silver platter. So head on over to Eventbrite and plug in, shift, and pivot to secure your seat free or call 439-3044 for more information on how you can shift and pivot.
Here at Freeport Decorators, we have hundreds of products for you to choose from. Whether you're in the market for trophies, plaques, rubber stamps, corporate signs, any kind of interior signage, stamps, or seals, we're your one-stop shop. We feature glass, acrylic, crystal awards for every occasion. We build all the trophies here on site. Looking for a gift item? We feature pens, key rings, mugs, tumblers, barbecue tools, even bamboo cutting boards. Have something already? Bring it on down. Let us see if we can print that special something on it for you. Need a headstone? Memorialize the memory of your loved one with a beautifully lasered granite marker. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We focus on customization, so if you have an idea or a new concept, bring it on down or call us at 352-5557 or even WhatsApp your idea to us at 646-0777 and we will do our best to make your awards and recognition ideas a reality.
The Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. It's been 17 years since the Grand Bahama chapter of the Bahamas Red Cross last hosted its annual Renaissance Ball, a beloved tradition in the Bahamian community. The event made a grand return, drawing a sold-out crowd with strong support from corporate Bahamas.
Resilient, renewed, and recharged. After a 17-year hiatus, the Bahamas Red Cross Renaissance Ball made a spectacular comeback. The sold-out gala delivered an unforgettable evening filled with music, dancing, and camaraderie. Attendees and committee members alike celebrating the event's return.
Even though we've not done this for a while, that there's still so many generous benefactors in this country who are prepared to come out tonight to show their support for the work, the programs, and the policies of the Red Cross.
It took a lot of planning. We pulled out all the stops. We wanted it to be unforgettable, and I think we've achieved that this evening.
There are a lot of people in need in Grand Bahama, so they fill a void, and I think it's important for the community to continue to support the activities of the Red Cross.
It's been 17 years since the event has been here. It really does bring the community together. It was important for us to partner to sponsor for this event because it's showing the community our dedication to the women of Freeport and the importance of early detection.
The night was filled with glamour, fine dining, and music lovers hitting the dance floor.
It's good to be able to dress up and put on your best and come out and show you up, and also, most important, support the cause.
It's been a long time since the Grand Bahamian public has been able to come to a function like this. So I am excited. I'm looking with anticipation to enjoy myself and to enjoy the evening.
So thankful for Royal Bank that has set up a booth in here tonight so everyone has an opportunity to give to this great cause. I know that they need the funds, and that's why I was happy to support them. And I'm hoping that, everybody has a jolly good time.
The president and committee also noting that despite such a long break, they are hoping that next year the Renaissance Ball will be back and better. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson, Everest.
Certainly we're dressed to impress. Well, the National Youth March on Grand Bahama drew a massive turnout as young people from across the island came together to celebrate youth. This month, organized by the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, the vibrant event featured a parade of youth organizations starting at the C.A. Smith Complex and culminating at Independence Park. Our Raven Davis was there and has the details in this report.
A massive turnout for the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture's Youth Parade and Rally on Sunday, celebrating Youth Month still in full swing. Parliamentary Secretary at the Ministry for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Kingsley Smith, officially opening the event at the C.A. Smith Complex.
The youth are our future.
And so we must do everything to include them, to show them the positive sides of life, to show them, especially us as parliamentarians, representative of their communities, the country, that we love them.
All schools on the island, along with various youth organizations and leaders assembling in full force, proudly showcasing paraphernalia and waving banners while parading through the streets. This year's theme, Homecoming. Let's make more memories.
I want young people to see older folks that were young people who are making an impact in churches, in schools. We want them to follow those memories and to continue the legacy of making more memories.
Every year it seems to be getting bigger, right? There's not much wholesome activities on Grand Bahama for young people. And this is one of those activities where all the schools come together, not in competition, but to have fun.
Educators noting that the event encourages the youth to embrace their potential.
We are extremely pleased that we can debut our school in such a grand way, something that celebrates at the heart of every society what makes the society propel itself, which is our youth. We have the full support of the East Grand Bahama community with us.
It gives the children exposure. It teaches them how to come together and celebrate our culture, what we stand for.
The annual October parade igniting excitement among students who eagerly anticipate next year's celebration.
Nice for people who don't really get to see across the islands.
It's showing that our youth is important to the national, to the world, and I feel like we should keep on doing it.
Now the parade concluding here at the Independence Park with an exhilarating Junkanoo rush out. And while the month is nearing its end, officials say they are committed to continuing to celebrate the spirit of youth. For the Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Ethan Davis.
And now it's time to ask GBPC.
After a storm or a hurricane, how long does it take for power to be restored?
Thanks for the question. It all depends on the extent of the damage. After Hurricane Dorian, we've seen customers with no water or wind damage restored within 5 to 7 days. After Hurricane Matthew, we've had customers where it took weeks to be restored due to damage to our transmission and distribution system, where our assets had to be rebuilt and reconstructed.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, John Quell is the champion.
Big time champion.
Big
She's
time.
the WNBA MVP, and Bahamas is on top of the world thanks to John Quell Jones and the New York Liberty.
All right, let's go. John Quell Jones. All right, she's coming in way next. But first, there's a check on the local weather forecast.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
When you order a large Pizza Hut specialty pizza, you unlock a delicious deal. For a limited time, you can add a small one-topping pizza for just $2 more. Hawaiian, Supreme, barbecue chicken, meat lovers, and more flavors. And for just $2, you can double the deliciousness. But hurry, this mouth-watering twice as nice deal won't last forever. Call Pizza Hut Freeport at 352-9191 today.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
I still want to put shoes on your feet.
I want to put some shoes on your feet.
And I still want to put shoes on your feet.
We still want to put shoes on your feet.
2 locations to put shoes on your feet. Downtown Freeport, and now our newest location in the Carmichael City Shopping Plaza, right behind the Walk-Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm self-insuring my investments, starting with this tarp.
We all remember the blue tarps after the storm. Let's make sure that we are covered with more than the tarp.
Don't allow your investment to be at risk. Protect your investment with one of our insurance policies.
Nobody
does it better.
Have you been waiting for windows? Then wait no more. Cornish Bahamas have in stock now PVC sliding windows, casement windows, and impact sliding windows with mirror tinted glass, all in different sizes and styles. Call us at 352-1301 or visit any of our 4 locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera for the great products and great prices. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Cornish Bahamas, dream, design, deliver.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cock the termite's former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. All eyes on our very own Jonquel Jones as she and the New York Liberty captured the WNBA championship against the Minnesota Lynx 67-62 in overtime. It was the first championship in franchise history for the Liberty and Jonquel Jones. She was named Finals MVP after averaging 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists throughout the series.
Jonquel, you came to this city to win a championship. How does the reality match what you thought it could be?
I could never dream of this. I mean, y'all know my story. Y'all know many times I've been denied it, but it was delayed. That's all it was, and I'm so happy to do it here.
Just in case you don't know her story, you left home at 13 years old. You left the Bahamas to come and live with strangers so you could chase your basketball dream. What do you have to say to your friends and family and everyone who's sacrificed for you so much along the way to have this moment?
That I'm here because of them, that all the sacrifices that they made have allowed me to be the person that I am today. Like you said, I moved over and I lived with strangers, and those strangers became my family. And Coach Rich is here today, my mom is here today, you know, my fiance is here today. But God is good, and none of this happens without my teammates and without the people that have poured into me and without these amazing fans.
I do want to ask you a basketball question because this game was so hard. The Minnesota Lynx defense was smothering and swarming. You had to continue time and time again to maintain your composure. How were you able to do that and come up with some of the biggest moments of your basketball life?
Like you said, it's the biggest moments, and you have to lock in if you want to be a champion. And it was all about this and us winning together because we really love each other. So we're here now, so it was all worth it.
Congratulations again, Jonquel Jones and the New York Liberty. And that's your Tuesday check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
It's
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Jane Champagne and The Rhythm presents 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3, and it's a big performance with Taurus Riley live. Taurus Riley live. Oh yeah, the hitmaker, the reggae icon, Taurus Riley live. Saturday, December 14th at the Grand Lucayan Ballroom. Doors open at 8 p.m., showtime at 11 p.m. For 102.7 The Rhythm big birthday party with Taurus Riley live. Get tickets online now. TheRhythm3.com. And it's a big performance. Taurus Riley. Brought to you by Jane Champagne and The Rhythm. Saturday, December 14th, 102.7 The Rhythm turns 3 with Taurus Riley live.
Hurricane season is here, and the Lucaya Service Company Limited would like to remind you to stay safe and be prepared. In preparation for a storm, we encourage you to 1. Assess your property and all valuable items. 2. Seal your doors and windows and repair any loose siding. 3. Secure propane tanks and small yard items. 4. Check for loose fencing and posts to prevent missiles. 5. Trim trees in advance and regularly to protect your home. Post-hurricane tips. 1. Make note and take advantage of our bulk trash pickup schedule and times. This free one-time post-hurricane service is provided to all LESCO customers and subdivisions in Lucaya. 2. To ensure that your debris is picked up after a storm, please separate all bulk trash in 3 piles: vegetative debris, household appliances, and household furniture. 3. If utility lines are damaged or visible, please contact the appropriate authorities to ensure that lines are de-energized. A team member from the appropriate authority must verify and remove any terminated lines. For more information on bulk trash schedules and hurricane tips, please visit our website and Facebook page. Lucaya, your home, our service. Stay safe and be prepared.
Your number 1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that is going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Rico Knowles. Thanks so much for watching. A live look at the Bahamas tonight is on your screen, and they are coming your way next.
Domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
It's just a joy, to help someone who is in need,
I'm proud to know that we are able to accommodate them with a hot meal, fresh meal, and a well-balanced meal.
A lot of our clients, as you know, it's in the inner city and persons who really and truly and so much have lost their job. And for whatever reason, 2 months, 3 months, they really don't have anything. You have to have some kind of kindness to do this.
Hey there, Halloween lovers. Are you ready for some spine-chilling savings? This October, we're brewing up something special just for you. Join us for what's trending spooktacular deals with Shop Smart. Tune in on Wednesday, October 16th and October 23rd as we unveil frightfully fantastic deals that will make your Halloween celebrations unforgettable. Mark your calendars. You won't want to miss these wickedly good good bargains. So grab your broomsticks and get ready to tune in. Let's make this Halloween the most thrilling one yet with Shop Smart. So see you soon, if you dare.
At the House of Assembly, I'm Mukesh Lapinder. This is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, what impact, if any, will China Construction America's huge legal loss have on the future of the government's grand plan for a new multi-million-dollar hospital? A senior cabinet minister weighs in. Also, more roadworks planned, but the minister responsible assures the price tag to get it all done throughout the capital remains the same. And a leading clergyman suggests a layered approach to tackling a vexing issue. Here what the Anglican head believes are key factors to curbing crime. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Questions swarming about what, if any, impact the recent victory scored by Bahama developer Sarkis Ismailian in a U.S. court will have on other projects in the pipeline with the Chinese Exim Bank and, by extension, Construction America. Tonight, Corval Pyfrom has one senior policymaker's take on that issue.
The recent legal victory of Bahama original developer Sarkis Ismailian over the Chinese construction company and the huge amount awarded to Ismailian do not appear to worry Health Minister Dr. Michael Darville about the future of the new hospital the government has announced, which is to be built and funded by the Chinese government.
As you are aware, we are seeking funding via the Chinese concession loan facility, a completely different funding mechanism that was at Bahama, which was a private entity.
Dr. Darville was part of the Christie administration when Ismailian filed for bankruptcy in a U.S. court back in 2015, charging that the China Construction America Company, a subsidiary of the China Exim Bank, had purposefully misled him and failed to honor its deadline obligations. The action brought the $2 billion project to a halt for an extended period and eventually led to the Chinese government gaining control. Asked about any concerns given this latest development, Dr. Darville told reporters the situations are completely different.
We don't anticipate a similar situation because when you go into a private agreement, it is not the government who goes into the private agreement with the Chinese Exim Bank. This is government to government, which means that it's a completely different situation. And we're working out the mechanisms for this concession loan, and the funding will come by way of the Exim Bank. So I want to make that very clear.
Meanwhile, Dr. Darville says the work to getting the new $300 million hospital built is progressing.
But if you pass the site now, you'll see a sign up that indicates that we're coming soon. And so things are progressing with the Exim Bank for us.
The new hospital is expected to be built along 50 acres off the new Providence Highway. The administration says when completed, the state-of-the-art facility will house 200 beds and serve as a specialty hospital primarily for women and children. Work is expected to be completed in about 36 months. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Well, Sarkis Ismailian's landmark legal victory, clinched in a U.S. court, has also cast some doubt over the future of Bahama, particularly amid its recent announcement of plans to expand the sprawling Cable Beach properties to add a fourth luxury resort by 2029, employing 400 Bahamian workers during the construction phase and over 500 Bahamian associates upon completion and opening.
Bahama itself is safe. The judgment has nothing to do with the existing facility, Bahama, which is full of tourists and which hires almost 5,000 people, 5,000 Bahamians. But the main issue for us is The Bahamas government has no liability which arises out of this. Bahama is safe as an investment. And then lastly, all of the salacious stuff which came out of the developer's statement about how there was a collusion with corrupt Bahamian officials. There is no evidence of that either. And one ought to be very careful and skeptical about anything which arises from that quarter about this matter.
In other news this evening, the Bahamas and Samoa clear the way to establish diplomatic relations and, by extension, foster a stronger partnership. The two signing a joint communique. That document, bearing the signature of Prime Minister the Honourable Philip Davis, who is in Samoa for the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, and that country's Prime Minister. Now, the new relationship seeks to enhance cooperation across various sectors, including trade, tourism, cultural exchange, and climate adaptation strategies. Discussions between the two heads also centered on the Bahamas' upcoming candidature for a seat on the United Nations Security Council, as well as the climate change challenges confronting small island developing states. Now, the Bahamas sees this as a key opportunity to amplify the voices of SIDS on the global stage. Well, Minister of Works, the Honourable Clay Sweeting, touting a major roadworks across New Providence at its budgeted price tag of just over $98 million, adding that more work is on the way for the Family Islands. His comments coming as a torrential downpour has led to an increase in potholes.
Road paving has been carried out on the following roads: critical sections of Carmichael Road and Cowpen Road, Winnedy Road, Washington Street, Ida Street, Jubilee Boulevard, Venria Avenue, Vendel Drive, William Street, eastbound lanes, Antonique William Darling Highway, critical section of Eastern Road, Simpson Penn Center for Boys, Temple Christian School, Palm Tree Avenue, Pink Crows Off on Ballot Road, Prison Parking Lot, Rock Crusher Road, overlay section of Gladstone Road, Royal Bahamas Defense Force Base, section of Prince Charles, where we had the rupture of the water main, section of East Bay Street, and Augusta Street. And I will say in the next few weeks, you will see Coral Harbor, which has had a lot of complaints in that area. You'll see that with an overlay as we look to not only pave the area, but look at some drainage solutions there as well.
Minister Sweeting also sharing with the media that the government will test a new material to patch potholes that has been used in several other countries.
So this material, which is an overlay over the hot patch material, would hope to be utilized to decrease water infiltration and for the potholes to last longer. So this product is tested currently in the U.S. and in the U.K.
Well, preparation always the watchword heading into the Atlantic hurricane season, and it goes without saying that residents of low-lying areas should take every precaution to ensure their homes are not flooded. For a large number of people, that means purchasing sandbags, but here's what Acting Director of the Department of Meteorology, Jeffrey Sims, advises.
I always try to say this to let people know. Sand in a plastic bag will not help you.
Really?
No.
So what's the point of doing that?
The purpose of the sandbag is that the sand will absorb the water. The water cannot penetrate the plastic bag.
Okay.
You must have bags that can be penetrated by water. Croaker sacks and those other things. You defeat the whole purpose when you put. You just put when you put a sand in a plastic bag in front of your house, it will do nothing for you, I promise you.
Well, that, of course, was Acting Director of the Department of Meteorology, Jeffrey Simmons, who was appearing as a guest on the ZNest talk show, The Rundown, with host Clint Watson. Meantime, Health Minister, the Honourable Dr. Michael Darvald's providing an update on how the country's healthcare facilities fared during the recent storms that impacted parts of the southeast Bahamas. There were some disruptions to some facilities, he says, but assures the ministry's response team is activated and immediate steps are being taken to assist those impacted areas.
We were working very closely with NEMA and the DRA to ensure that supplies, essential supplies to our staff and the community is on board a Defense Force ship, just waiting for the all clearance to go in.
Now, according to the minister, Inagua's facilities were damaged extensively, and officials are looking to get to that southeastern island to carry assessments and begin restoration.
We saw videos and we are in communication with our team in Inagua. We did sustain some damage to our facility, particularly roof damage. The team in Inagua is now doing remedial repairs, and as soon as we get the all clearance, our technical team will be in the area to assess the damage and award a contract for immediate repair.
Now, the Department of Meteorology issuing the final alert on what was once Tropical Storm Oscar at 2 p.m. At that time, the all-clear was given for the islands of the southeast Bahamas, namely Crooked Island, Acklins, Long Key, Ragged Island, Mayaguana, and Inagua. Earlier in the day, it was the central Bahamas, and that's Long Island, Rum Key, and San Salvador. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
In the chaos of our daily lives, it's easy to be caught up in the rush. But when you're behind the wheel, remember, rushing can lead to disaster. Don't rush. Take your time. Remember, your life and others depends on it. Slow down. Stay alert and arrive alive. Because in the race of life, it's not about how fast you get there, but how safely.
This message is brought to you by Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
KFC is giving you more to love with our KFC Bucket Meals with large size. Get the KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates, and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers and reach. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
People are going crazy for Popeyes around the world. Some have camped out for hours just to try our delicious chicken. This guy stocked up on 300 crunchy, juicy chicken sandwiches, just in case. And these lovebirds celebrated their wedding with the Popeyes cake. For real. We get it, y'all chicken lovers. Because we're just as crazy to marinate our chicken for 12 hours and make every piece by hand. That crazy love, we love.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
You're looking at a shot of cruise ships in the Nassau Harbor. Welcome back. Not at all how James Darling saw his visit to the Bahamas ending. The 21-year-old American was today charged before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley with vehicular manslaughter stemming from Sunday's ATV accident on Arawak Key that killed fellow American James Palmer. Cash bail was granted in the amount of $40,000. The matter will proceed by way of a voluntary bill of indictment. Darling is to wear a monitoring device. He returns to court March 2025. Well, a new impaneled jury hearing specific details about the rape case involving the sitting member of Parliament for North Abaco, Kirk Cornish, taking the stand Monday. The MP's alleged ex-girlfriend testified that not only did Cornish threaten to take a bullet and put it through her head, but spat on her and forced himself on her without consent. She also indicated that in January 2023, she and the parliamentarian were sitting in his vehicle in front of her Cooperstown Abaco home home when their conversation deteriorated. The complainant claims Cornish got angry, began to poke her in her right eye, and choked her. Photos reportedly showing her alleged injuries were shown in court. The witness testimony continued that they left the home and went to Cooperstown's south side, and that's when Cornish reportedly made death threats to her. The court heard how the witness was afraid and asked the MP to be taken home. When the prosecutor asked why she didn't immediately report the incident, she said because she supported Cornish. The complainant also detailed another incident that happened on March 24th, 2023, indicating that after attending an official swearing-in ceremony with the defendant here in New Providence, the North Abaco MP allegedly got angry during a call she received while at their Stapleton Gardens Airbnb. This, she claimed, prompted Cornish to grab a knife from the kitchen and put it on her throat in a state of rage. The alleged ex-girlfriend told the court that while trying to recuperate from that moment, the defendant entered the bedroom and proceeded to have intimate relations with her without her consent. The complainant said Cornish spat in her face and walked off after allegedly raping her. She also listed details of another alleged rape incident 2 weeks later in April. She confirmed to the court that she reported the incident to a police station in Grand Bahama on April 7th, 2023. Cornish is being represented by defense attorneys Ty Pinder-Mackey and Linique Murphy-Grant. Well, as October marks Domestic Violence Awareness Month, the voices of survivors are growing on a pervasive issue that affects individuals of different ages and genders. Out West, Calix Forbes spoke to a victim.
I probably said something to make him angry, and he started punching me in my stomach.
Then Sandria Wright describes how she drove to the police station as her once happy marriage fell apart.
He said, well, I can continue to hit you where they won't see it, see no bruise. So he hit me in my head, and I'm driving, struggling to keep my eyes open just to get to the police station on time. And sure enough, where he hit me in my head, where he started punching me in my stomach, nothing was there. And when I went to the police, they said, miss, nothing's wrong with you. And that stuck with me because I'm like, here I am crying for help, and there was no one there.
Wright says domestic violence isn't taken seriously in the Bahamas, highlighting how societal stigma often silences victims.
A lot of it was shame. You know, you don't want to say that this person loved you. Maybe you bragged about this person for a long time, being married to them, and then it starts, and then it doesn't come off like, did you not see that he's this type of person? It makes you have a bad judgment, much more or less. Say like you didn't know what you were doing.
As she navigates her situation, she learned that domestic violence isn't just a private issue, it's a societal one. Now using her voice to raise awareness about domestic violence, urging others to break the silence by working with Women United.
So it deals with abuse, it deals with women in need. And what we do once we get any invitation, persons reach out to us, women who are hurting, we try to get them shelter. If it's for a few days, we get them in a hotel. We try to look for clothing, food, helping them take care of their kids for that period of time.
As Domestic Violence Awareness Month closes, Wright's story and others serve as a reminder that domestic violence has no boundaries.
She was complaining about her boyfriend at the time, her child's father. He was stalking her. He would break in through the house. He would beat her up. He would abuse her, take the child. And this one time she went on and she was begging for help. She was asking for help. And the video had reached our group. And just as we were looking into it and investigating, we heard that evening she had hung herself in the hotel room.
Although many issues are being recognized during the month of October, domestic violence victims also need a light shed. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Wes Calix Forbes.
Good story there, Wes. The Anglican Synod, meantime, breaking into business sessions today with the ultimate aim of taking a hard look at the way forward and keeping the church alive, addressing areas like finances, church participation, strengthening ministries, and engaging youth and young adults. Opening the 121st session last evening, the church's head called for more focused attention on tackling the root causes of crime. Desmond Saunders picks it up from here.
With close to 100 murders on record for the year, and as the government carries out its massive clear hold and build strategy to combat gangs and violent crime, Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands, the Right Reverend Leishboard, admits that the issue of crime is no quick fix, and no political party or government should be blamed for the high spate of violence nationwide.
It is a ridiculous thing to say that when there are a spate of murders, that the Minister of National Security or the Commissioner of Police should resign. Both parties do this to score political points, and it is wrong. It is wrong because there is no magical solution to the issues we face, and we have to change the way that we even speak about these problems.
Bishop Boyd reminded delegates that a layered approach is needed in the crime fight involving multiple agencies, and increased attention and focus must be given to vulnerable youth.
Primary schoolers and junior high students have to be the main demographic targeted in the first instance. If you wait for a youth to reach 16 or 18, that person may be too far along in their negative social development. Also, something that we have to note is that children are trending towards negative behaviors at a younger age now than they used to. And this is because they are being exposed to all sorts of things in their homes that they shouldn't be exposed to. And they are also being exposed in social media and in their community.
He's calling on all Bahamans to do their part to reach out to the nation's youth.
The issue must be looked at in the same way that we look at medical issues, scientifically, where we focus on the present as well as short and medium-term and long-term outlooks.
Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Stay with us on The Beat is after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
Legacy of Leadership. Join the International Third World Leadership Association for Legacy Weekend, November 8th to the 9th. November 8th, Legacy Leadership Lecture, honoring global leader. November 9th, Legacy Walk to Remember. Join us for the Legacy Reunion Concert.
Hey guys, it's Yolanda Adams. It's about to be a celebration, November 8th through the 10th at the Miles E. Monroe Diplomat Center. I can't wait to see you. Come on.
Visit itwla.com for details. Don't miss Legacy Weekend.
decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
The recent stretch of storms that devastated parts of Florida may foreshadow a cautionary tale for the Bahamas. In tonight's Business Beat, Corval Pyfrom explains how Florida's trials are also causing a nightmare for the local insurance industry.
Tonight, local insurers are sounding the alarm to policyholders that premiums on properties and even the availability of coverage could be significantly impacted by the catastrophic damage that has engulfed the state of Florida due to a series of violent storms. And with weeks still left in this already busy Atlantic hurricane season and Florida still very much in the crosshairs of these storm systems, they warn that what happens in the Sunshine State could have damning implications for the Bahamas.
Concerned about being able to access insurance capacity, right? If we all turn to these reinsurers for help in balancing our risks, then we may find that our capacity to underwrite local risks are in fact affected by the huge losses that they may experience in Florida.
Edward Aubrey and Charles Johnson are senior executives at J.S. Johnson Insurance. They, like other industry stakeholders, are concerned about Bahamian insurers' ability to access reinsurance if this current destructive weather pattern persists. Nonetheless, with some weeks to go in the season, these two are cautiously hopeful.
The rate increases that occurred in 2023 may just be sufficient, certainly for the Bahamas, and bearing in mind we are not faced with a hurricane for the remaining of the season, to stand in that our rates, we should not see any further increases in local rates, going into 2025.
Well, you need to make sure that you have insurance. That's the first thing. And second is you need to cover the catastrophe loss, the hurricane loss.
Climate change also a real factor for how insurers are making assessments.
A lot of these buildings that are built on waterfronts near the beaches, they're not desirable to us any longer.
It's a pretty grim outlook, and these insurers say there's not a whole lot that can be done about it. For now, consumers here will just have to hope and wait and then watch and see how what happens in Florida impacts them here in the Bahamas. On the Business Beat, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Good story there, Corval. But on a lighter note, we'll turn to LaDawn and Marcellus, who are going to give us a sneak peek of Access Now.
Well, Makusla, we have live in studio one of our very own who will be sharing her heart-wrenching story of surviving breast cancer. Marcellus, I'm sure you don't know anything about the breasts, but yeah.
I do know a lot about breasts, but I just don't know anything about breast cancer per se. I haven't experienced it, but I get you. All right.
Yes. I got you there.
Stay with us. The National Report returns after the break.
From the sugar to the jam to the pigeon peas and coconut milk. I love JBI products. My favorite product is the ginger tea. My favorite item would be the peas and coconut milk. For today, I'm trying out their white cane sugar. I want to say, I've been buying this now for 5 years. It gives me a good kick in the morning.
Whenever my mommy cooks, she must and will put the JBI corn inside my tuna and rice.
Anytime I make my sky juice, I always use JBI condensed milk. It's really good. All of the products are exceptional.
Try JBI.
Happy anniversary, JBI. Happy 30th year anniversary, JBI. Happy 30th anniversary, JBI.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Is the Little Caesars Stuffed Crust Pizza. Get more pizza for less money. Only $12. It's a whole new level of pizza with cheese stuffed crust so spectacular that there's nothing left.
Pizza.
A delicious pepperoni pizza with the crust stuffed with lots of cheese and brushed with butter and garlic flavor and sprinkled with Parmesan cheese. Hot and ready Thursday to Saturday between 4 and 8 for only $12. Simply irresistible. And only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
What are we gonna do? We forgot your daddy's birthday. He's in Eleuthera and we're all the way in Nassau. You got it? Okay. Yes, you're right.
Well, that does it for the National Report. But stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
The Anchor Awards are just around the corner, and with voting wrapping up on September 30th, the Department of Marine Resources has been busy making final